Hi and welcome. I'm Sandy of Lollyandsand, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Southern Ontario, Canada. Thank you so much for joining me. This is our Night Angels global video hop. So once you're done watching my video, do be sure to check out the names listed below in the description. Yep, still have a frog. Okay, so today I'm using the Notes of Nature bundle. I've done some die cutting ahead of time, and this sadly is retiring. So if you want it, get it. Get it before it's gone. You only have till April 30th. And we are just a smidge past the halfway mark. So what I really love about this set is beautiful sentiments. And I love when Stampin' Up! Uses two different fonts. I think that really stands out beautifully. So you've got here, here, and here. You've got some super fantastic background stamps, that, and that. And then some greenery, a little bit of, I'm still going to call that greenery, a little flower. It is really a really nice set. And, you know, a long time ago, I didn't get the dies. My demonstrator, who's now my upline, she would say, okay, you have the stamp set. Did you want the dies? And I'd be like, no. Well, that was wrong because, yes, I did. Fussy cutting is not my cup of tea. All right, I say we get started. Okay, so I did stamp this ahead of time, the leaf image. The reason for that is I wanted the Tuxedo Black Memento ink to be completely dry. And what I have here, you notice how I always, oh, one more light. Hang on, I have one more light. Oh, but maybe we don't need the shadow of that one too. There. Okay, so I have light and dark lemon lime twist, and I have Parakeet Party. Parakeet Party is retiring. Same thing. If you want them, get them. All right, so the reason I'm using three colors is I found out from Jay from Matosu Crafts in England that it just really gives you a really nice look. I think I'll start with the bright color first. Parakeet Party is a lovely green, lovely green. And I am the kind of person who colors kind of mamby-pamby. I don't put a ton of thought into it. Especially with leaves, I'd like them to look as organic as possible. So again, thank you for joining me. I think it's been, a while since I've done a video, mostly because I was sick for a number of weeks and I could not shake it. Okay, so this is the light lemon lime twist. I'm just going to throw some of that in there. It's like leaves, they're not all one color. Anyway, so today I sit down to do a video, and what do I have? I have a frog. Oh, silly me. But I do not have a cold, I promise you. I am so not going to have a cold. Or whatever that was. That was freaky weird. All right. This is the dark now, lemon lime twist. Here's what it looks like. So when I say dark, it's not that dark. Alrighty. And throw in a little bit more color. I don't know what this part of the leaf is called. I like to call it the spine, but it doesn't really seem spine-like to me. And I figure the color is going to be darker at the bottom of the leaf, or the leaf that's facing down. Let's say the light's coming from above. So one would tend to put the darker color down here. All right, and then down here. You can scoop up a little bit side to side like that. It's perfectly fine. I find coloring is really, excuse me, it's really an individual thing. I'm going to try not to do that. My daughter absolutely hates that noise of that one. That was a fake one, okay? All right, so there you get an idea of what it looks like. Now, I had planned this video ahead of time, way ahead of time, and it didn't take place. So here they are. You can see the leaves, if we look closely, they're not all the same. Each one looks a little bit different. That's perfectly fine. So I do have 5. I'm not using all 5 on the front of the card. Oh, I should tell you, our theme this month is a sketch. So the sketch you'll be able to see if you go to Instagram. You'll be able to see what the sketch looked like. I can kind of tell you as we make the card. All right, so this is my card front, 4¼ by 11, scored at 5½, and there it is, bone folder. See, this isn't sitting flat. Kind of drives me nuts. That's so much more. Okay, when you're using this tool, do not do this and try and flatten it or like this. You'll see that I always use it on an angle. So you find when I do my videos, I also give you tips as we go, because this is how I learned. Am I perfect? Absolutely not. All right, this paper is so pretty, and it does not appear to be retiring. It's called Nature's Sweetness, and I love it. I have another, oh, I had another piece handy. And I had a card with it, but I just took it to the store where you can look it up, Nature's Sweetness. What I'm showing you tonight, unless it's sold out already, is available at my online shop. Here is the first layer on my card, and I know this isn't centered, and I'm okay with that because there's going to be things down the side, so you'll never really notice that it's not centered. And I use this die that I really love. It's part of a whole set, obviously, of dies. And they are called Everyday Details. And this one especially, because it leaves these little holes and it's just a nice little bit of texture. So my plan here is to put this like so. And I really want those words to go straight, not be crooked. So what I'm gonna do is this my new one? Or, yeah, I think this is the new one. So it's gonna come out really fast. Try to stay away from the holes. Okay, you will get it'll come through. Okay, you have time with this. See, it's already done its own wiggling. We know that's not going to be straight. There we go. The lettering looks straight, so I'm going to apply pressure to get that to stay put. Now, in case you didn't know, Pebbled Path is one of my favorite of the last set of new in colors. Or not, it wasn't an in color. Or was it? Wait, it is an in color. I love the neutrals. I love bright too, but these totally spoke to me. I think this is pecan pie on the back of this paper. In case you're wondering what I'm using, it's just a sheet that sticks to my desk, I should say, stays put while you're putting your card together. And I just bought it at a craft store. Whoopsie. I do have the silicone mat. Couldn't find it at this very moment when I was starting my video, so I went, continue on, Sandy, continue on. Crafting waits for nobody. All right. Okay, so that's on. Now, this is one of the dies. I think you could see the detail, like all those little lines in there. Just give it really tremendous detail. So what my plan is, and I'm gonna have to trim a little bit off the end, and I'm gonna do that before we start. Get my handy dandy paper snips out. Is that straight? Not entirely. So we'll just give it a little bit, because I can always put it at the bottom and we're not worried about the top. So let's glue that down. You'll notice, oh, now one thing I do want to mention. This is really sticky, actually, getting things off of here. Because these lines are here, you don't want to gush these lines. You don't want to gush too much glue through. So you're going to try to stick to the part of the leaf, stay to the part of the leaf where it doesn't have the lines. There's going to be other things on top of this, so I think we'll be perfectly fine, I hope. And if not, we will embellish, which reminds me, I completely forgot embellishments. I had my grandson today, did not get enough sleep. Some little dog just was bugging me a little too early, which is fine. I let him out of the room. That's all you got to do, right? Just let him out of the room. Okay, I may have to give that a little snip. That is so crooked. Come on, Sandy, you can do it. Oh, move the top part, sure. If one won't move, Another one will. All right, let's get some dimensionals. There we go. Okay, so the way the sketch went was there was a solid piece, layered, which I'm like, if you want to use DSP, if you want to use an embossing folder, whatever you want to do is fine. So it's really, really up to interpretation, which I like because that gives everyone the freedom to make cards their way. The other thing is I had shown a strip of paper, technically a strip. I almost used this, but I found it too thin. It didn't do the trick, and it didn't give me that extra little bit. Now with the leaves, like I said, I'm just going to use 3, and I just have that feeling that I'm going to pop all 3 of them up. They do not have to go the same direction, and I'm okay with these showing, but if you're not, you could tuck them under. So maybe we'll do that for the card just so you get the idea of what I'm talking about. I'm not going to pop all of them up because I think that's a little excessive. Get out to the end, get down to the bottom. That's very messy. I don't usually do that. What has gotten into me? I think the fact that I've been out of my craft room for way too long. I've done a few things. Okay, I'm liking this because you can see the darker leaf behind. We'll just give that a little hold down. I don't think I put very much glue there, but if you ever do what I do, put a little bit of, and not get the end, I'll just do it right now. I never glue right on top of my paper. I figure that's a big no-no. Take your pick tool or whatever you have handy. I just really like this tool. And you're gonna put a little bit of glue on the end. You're gonna come back over, move all the things that are in the way, just get under there. And then get the glue off this because I don't want it to have glue on it because I use that for embellishments too. And see what I mean? It's down. All right, we are gonna pop up the middle one. I'm pretty sure I don't need 5. Yeah, 3 should suffice. Maybe even, no, I'm gonna use 3. All right, as mentioned, they don't have to go the same direction. Leaves on trees go, and plants go different directions. You can use your take your pick tool to get the backings off the dimensionals, but you don't have to. And I just want to say something. I'm not trying to diss the dollar store, but at one time, a long time ago, I've told this story like ages ago, a long time ago, I thought, I'm just going to get those dimensionals from, or they weren't called that, foam thingies from the dollar store. Well, I did, and gave my mom a few cards, and then they fell off. The pieces, it didn't stay stuck, and it fell off. I don't know if it was the humidity of her kitchen or what, or it was just, they were just cheap. They weren't good. I have never, even with the humidity we get here in Ontario, Southern Ontario, and otherwise, I've never had a card come apart. I would knock on wood, but I don't actually think my desk is made of wood. I think it's a composite. Okay, and stick that one down. Hold it down. Now I do have a couple sprigs. I was kind of thinking that might go on the, or with the sentiment, which is also from the same set. And I'm not trying to be lazy, but I had already stamped this. And I thought it worked out. I actually cut it, that's just fussy cut. And then I just cut the ends on an angle. So I kind of went, I don't want to do that again. Now, I find this is a little busy here, that I do not want these letters in here competing, but this is what the sketch would look like. Now, I showed them in circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 will suffice. 3, 5, any more than that, I think it's like too much. So I wonder if I cover up some of that, will this work? Now, strangely enough, or oddly enough, I did not cut a ton of extras, which is so not like me. Let's try this one. So we kind of have 2 that are similar. Maybe you can go over that way. I kind of like that. Okay, so I'm going to glue those down. And if you, by the way, if you know me, you know that some cards I have completely planned out. And other cards, I have so many pieces sitting beside me over there, deciding, will I use this? Will I use that? What will I use? And then, you know, they get used on a different card. But it's like right up to the time of the video, I'm like, I'm not sure what I'm using. Okay, I can just stick there. A little bit overlap here, which I like. A little bit of glue on my fingers, which I do not like. Alrighty, so we're gonna position this again. And I know this is odd. By the way, I stamped this using Pebbled Path. All right, and I'm a heat embosser, so that's different from me to not be heat embossing. Let's get that on there. So I'm just going to grab some of that glue. This is a full brand new bottle. I just took the wrapper off, and what I'm trying to do is avoid squeezing it and getting a whole bunch on my desk and on stuff that I want. So I'm going to go over that direction. There's no moving it because I don't know about you, I do, let go of me. I do not like seeing glue on cards. That worked out pretty well. Yep, I can't move it anymore. So we're going to pop this up now. Wait, which end is that? Yes. Okay. Just checking. 3 should work. If you're one of those people like me that is an over user of these, welcome. Welcome. All right, so I think, can I tuck that under just a little bit? Do I want to tuck it under? I don't think I do. Let's see how close we can get. There's the dimensional right there. Let's see how close we can get. And let's see how straight we can get this. That's another one. All right, lovely. Let's do the inside of the card, and I'll show you extra piece number 1. I did, for a few moments, went back to this one again. I could do that with something like that. I kind of like that. That's the glue sticking to me, by the way. I do like that, so I'm gonna go with that. I think it's always nice to open up your card and get a little surprise. So a little bit about the Night Angels. Like I said, we are global, so we have people from the US. We're still looking for a few more. The US, I can't remember. Oh, yeah, no, it is Australia. And Canada. Oh, good gracious, don't forget. Don't forget my home country. And our videos go live on the 20th of every month. Let's put that there. Somehow I've managed to get glue on my fingertips, which it just doesn't sound like something I do, but I have. You'll notice when I put this on, I always leave a little edge. Otherwise it looks like, let's open up the card, I'll show you. I have another piece. I do, of course I do. Let's say I did it like, see, now this stands out to me. I can see the difference, but if I do it like this, I just don't find it, like without that white little strip there, I don't find it has the same, what's the word? Gosh, words elude me, you know? They really do. Sometimes, and then sometimes I can just rhyme them off like there's, you know, like I'm the English teacher, but I'm not. What else? You can follow me on Instagram, by the way. I do have a private Facebook group, and I made it private. It wasn't, but I made it private. I have 2. I have one that's a business page, and I do sales and show you sales and all kinds of different things. The private group is for fun, a safe place. So you get accepted or not. I haven't turned anybody down yet, so everyone's been really good. And I have people like posting their cards, which I think is wonderful. I want to see what other people are working on, and you can ask questions. And then I just put goofy stuff up because, jeepers, aren't we all like kids at heart? I sure hope so, because have a friend who keeps saying, we're old, we're old. And I'm like, you're as old as you want to be. I'm not old. I don't know what you're talking about. Just leave it at that, Sandy. Drop it. What else? Did I tell you about all the products? I did. Stamp set. Yeah, this was actually, it's one of my favorite color combos. I definitely love the greens with the pebbled path. And you know that I am a dry embosser. I love my embossing folders. But yeah, I thought I would leave this one plain and let the leaves do the talking. So here's the inside again. Here's the outside of the card. I hope you like my video. Please help me out. I'm trying to get to 2,000 subscribers sooner than later. I'm getting close-ish. You could give me a thumbs up, a comment. I do reply to the comments. And subscribe if you haven't already. You can find me on Facebook as lollyandsand. My name's Sandy, but I shortened it down. Same with Instagram, YouTube, obviously, and my blog. I don't use my blog a lot, so you're going to find most everything on Instagram and Facebook. So here you go. Thank you so much for watching. Truly appreciate your support. If you do choose to purchase anything, link is in the description below, along with the house code that goes with it. There are a lot of goodies on sale from 10 to 60% off right now. I should say the date. It's April the, well, you're watching this on the 20th, so April the 20th, 2024. Alrighty, thank you again. We'll see you next month. Bye-bye.